Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Boss Babe Call. It is September 4th, 2023, and we have a few exciting things to come to you and share tonight. And I hope that everybody's having a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I hope you've labored some and enjoyed some. How about that? The first thing that we're going to talk about tonight, I want to share with you something I have dove into, and I want to say thank you to Mary Catherine King and Sarah. I absolutely took some of their training and thought, sink or swim, let's jump. And so I did jump without knowing everything. I think sometimes we get caught up in thinking we have to know every single thing before we give something a try. So I am here to tell you, jump in and figure it out, y'all. That's what Mary Kay Ash did. She wanted us to jump in and figure it out. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you about how to make a Shop My Party link. We were talking about it. Cleta has shown us this before, but sometimes we need to see it a couple of times if we're not doing it. And I'm going to say this again with that Shop My Party link. If you haven't done it, y'all get in there and play with it. Even if you just put it in there in your name, it is so simple. It really is simple. So can I share, Maureen?
I think so. And you know what I was just thinking? Should I just put it into Facebook? What do you think? Or should we just leave it? We'll just leave it.
Did you say Cleta's message in the chat?
That was me. That was me.
Oh.
Because we're not on YouTube. We're not on YouTube. So yeah, let's just leave it here. She can just put it on YouTube later. I'm just wondering if I should put it in Facebook. Let me do it right now. One moment. One moment.
This couldn't be more awkward. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you. What we were talking about. I say that. So y'all can see me. So in the very center of your homepage on InTouch, you see where I'm rolling my mouse? Shop My Party link is right there, y'all.
Yes.
It is so simple to manipulate, not to manipulate, but to create. So you're going to hit create. You're going to get started. And there are 40 characters that you can put in right here. So I'm just going to say you and me right now, because I'm going to go back and delete this. So you want to make sure that you've got your hostess's email address. You want to make sure that you have her name. You want to make sure that you've got her phone number. And then when you start, y'all start today. If you're going to do her party, if her party's starting on Tuesday, do you understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and start it today, even if it's Tuesday. So you're looking at your calendar. Today is the 4th, starting at midnight. And then I give them a full week. And if you want to give them 30 days, you can give them 30 days. And it's going to create it. And look right there. Anytime you want to copy your link, you just click it. Do you see it say link copied? You can put that anywhere. You can send that in an email. You can send that in a text. You can send that out on Messenger. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. And you can post it in their group, that link. So even folks that are not on Facebook, that are not on social media at all, they can click that link and it'll go straight to your website and open up. And when your website opens up, it will say www.marykay and have the whole thing. And then there'll be a caption right there that says where this is named you and me, Gina's pop-up party, whatever you named it. And so every order that goes in will tick up right here and it will show you whether you've got 1 or 15 orders. Y'all, it is the best thing since sliced bread. If you are not using this baby right here, it is amazing. Please make sure that you're using this. And she's being able to track her totals as well as not having to just ask you. Does that kind of make sense? I'll stop sharing that. Y'all, it is so simple. We need to be using it. I ain't gonna lie to you, Cleta did that first training on it, and I had not done it until she done that training. So it is so simple. And if you need to change your end date, like I had 2 parties that were supposed to close out on Saturday, and both asked if they could extend them. So you just go in there, that little pencil's there, you just edit it and change your end date. You can have a party open for the maximum is 30 days, just FYI. Okay, I'm not good about going back and forth. So did you say hostess can check on it too? When she's in her party group, I post it,
Okay.
her numbers. So
Okay.
she can see it rolling for herself.
Okay, but she can't
that's
get in
not
there
enough.
herself.
Why does
No.
it ask for her email address? Does she get an email about it, or does it just email her the link?
You can email, you can text, you can PM, but in order for us to have all their information, we need a telephone number and we need an email address. Just like you would for your preferred customer, you want to have all ways to contact her. And this is my personal opinion. Sometimes their telephone number may change, but an email will follow you. Sometimes I could date myself and tell you another email address that I use because it is, most of you have never heard of Rocket Mail before. It was before Yahoo. I have one.
I love it.
So most people's email will follow them, even if their telephone numbers didn't. That's my personal opinion, Lynn. That's not from the company. That's
Does
just
she
for
get
me.
an email when an order comes through? Does the hostess get an email? No. So it's just to follow up with her. The email is for you and not for the hostess, right? I mean, they're not going to email anything to her. I'm sorry.
And I've agreed with you correctly. No, they are not going to. The email address is for me. It is for you. You should always want to be able to contact your customers with all avenues. Yes. So we're 8 minutes after. I'm going to talk about the reason that I wanted to show you about the Shop My Party is I have been doing the pop-up parties this week, and this is the first week that I've done them. I am jumping in with both feet, like I said, and I'm kind of learning as I go, but I want to give all praise and thankfulness to Mary Catherine King and Sarah because they have shared, go give, and given us their information. I want to say to you, and this is me just being me, and I think that Maureen and Latrice are okay with me being me. First thing that I ask that you guys do is when we give you this information, I'm going to ask you that you get still and that you ask God to show you what his plan is, and then you make a decision if you want to be on board with his plan or not. It's you. You have to make that choice. So I want you to know, I'm reading out of the Message Bible, but the Message, Habakkuk 2:2-3 says, write this, write what you see, write it out in big block letters so that it can be read on the run. This vision message is a witness pointing to what's coming. It aches for the coming and it can hardly wait. It doesn't lie. So get quiet and ask him if this is something that you need to be doing and do it, or choose to not do what he says. Okay. So the reason that I say all that to you is because I really had to be like, I was like, oh Lord, I'm so excited about this pop-up party thing. But I think we get caught up in, I need to know how to do step 1, step 2, steps 3, blah, 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 blah. And then we do nothing because we're just trying to figure it out before we get started. Y'all, don't we learn best by doing? What is it? Mary Kay always said that we can do everything wrong with the right attitude and succeed, and we can do everything right with the wrong attitude and fail. So y'all, that's exactly what happened to me. On our unit meeting call just now, we were talking about our sales and our numbers and stuff. And that's absolutely what that was. I was just falling around, floundering like a little fish out of water while I was doing that last week. And it has just been such a blessing. So to do the pop-up parties that she shared, and I asked that y'all don't recreate the wheel. It's already been done for us, and we just have to take that idea and run with it. We can talk about the Visibly or Post My Party or all those different options that are out there to do things with. I personally did the Visibly based on what they were showing us. Did I have any people? I know people that are using Post My Party, and it's wonderful as well. I'm just telling you what I did was just the simplest thing that I could. Every one of us know that we post in our groups, and I'm just going to talk about the new oil-free eye makeup remover. You know, every one of us have made a post in our group on our page and been like, how could they make it any better? And they did. That's what a pop-up party is that you're just making those little posts in this group. And y'all, what I did is I reached out to I told you, I reached out to 40 people and I said, I'm learning something and I need to bribe you. Will you let me bribe you? Will you invite a whole bunch of people and let me figure this out during the week? And I had 9 people that said yes. But did y'all hear those numbers? I had 9 people out of 40 that said yes. So what did the rest of them do? They said no or ghosted me, and I didn't cry. I still had 9. Do you understand what I just said? So you have to ask. So make a decision and do it. And don't be like, I asked 3 people and they all said no, or nobody talked back to me. Boo. Don't do that. Suck it up. I'm sorry. That was a little harsh. So the content is there for us to use. It's everywhere. Every post that we can do, every post that's out there, every word that we can use, all that stuff is there. If you are willing to do it, we can do that. I mean, all the training is there. What you have to decide is, are you willing to follow up with those comments? And are you willing to work with your hostesses? That's been the biggest thing that I can say this week with having 9 parties. It was fabulous. It was exciting. It was exhilarating. But the comments is where the sauce is. You have to, if somebody is commenting, you got to talk back to her because you want her to feel special. You want her, and she is special. Our bread and butter is folks using this product. So when she asks or comments or something, you have to make sure that you get back with her. So you got to be checking your comments a couple of times a day. And then I do everything in Messenger. Y'all, that's the wonderful thing because people are so good with talking to you in Messenger. You know, and going back to that email address, that's the first thing that I do is I say whenever they join the party, I'm like, thank you for joining. I have a gift for you if you'll give me your email address. And I just killed it. That's not what it says, but y'all got the gist of that. But so you're getting their email that way. My parties that I have going on right now have been the engagement post. It's again, if you go to Pinterest or wherever and look for engagement posts, it's all the stuff. I mean, there's nothing new. There is absolutely nothing new that I'm doing. It's just consistent. You're having 3 different things that are hitting their page a day, and you're checking the comments and you're engaging with them in their messenger. I'm probably killing this because I haven't read any of my notes. I'm just going with it. Are you willing to get still and commit and ask 40 people? Are you willing to ask 100 people? How many people do you have in your friends list on your Facebook? I don't even want to know. Don't answer that in the comments because that's probably a crazy question. But if you can just think about who do you want to bless, and let them have a half price shopping spree for blessing you, you know, and the hostess sheet if you reach out to your director, it's absolutely the same thing because we're all doing exactly what they were blessed us with. So for the number of people that come into their group, I mean, it's so simple. Are you willing to reach out and ask if folks will be a pop-up hostess for you? And are you willing to do the work? Y'all, it has been amazing. This week has absolutely been amazing. It's just the information is there for you if you just will not recreate the wheel. It is when this happens, you do this. When this happens, you do that. It's really so simple. We're the ones that get in the way and make it hard. It's 15 after, Maureen, and I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but it really is. I don't mean to be repetitive. It is a simple, if we will follow it, just like Mary Kay asked us to do. And if you want to do in-person appointments and not do pop-up, it's still a decision you need to make. And if you want to do both, it's still a decision you need to make.
No, that's, you know what, Gina, that's right. And all those things that you shared, that's right on. And, you know, if any of the girls, if you're thinking, oh, what is she talking about? Like, what did she just share about? So you want to get with your director and you want to say, hey, I need to learn a little bit and I need to know about this Mary Catherine King and her daughter put together some boards to educate us on how to do these pop-up parties their way. Okay, it's like their style, if you will. And what you do then is you just dive in and you just start. And you just start, just like Gina said, and you just jump in and do it. And so anyway, so that was a great overview, Gina. Thank you very, very much. That was very, very good. And you know what? Sometimes when it's new, it's scary. It's a little scary. And we just gotta, like, does anybody remember doing one of their first skincare classes? Oh my gosh, my hands were sweating. I was sweating up here. It was all sweating. And I, it was scary. So, when something new comes in, but don't we, what's the poem that goes, when we talk about a rose with a brand new consultant, when the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of change, is when change will happen, right? So anyways, I hope I said that the right way. So we have, thank you so much, Gina. We have Latrice up next, but I wanted to share something that I saw that I want to make sure that I have this right. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. So with all these weird dates in September, like we all just got over ordering all the Time-Wise Miracle sets. I don't know, Latrice, if you were going to go over, are you going to go over dates for ordering in September?
You
Were
can
you
do
going
that.
to? Okay. The only date that it was September 8th. Usually when you are a preferred customer program person, consultant, director, whatever, or a star consultant, we get the early ordering. And usually it's a weird, like the 12th or something. It is the 8th of September. It's the 8th of September. If you're a preferred customer program, check or a star consultant. And then the rest of all the independent sales force members get to order on the 12th because they're releasing the holiday to our customers on our websites on the 13th, which is of course Mary Cash's birth, or the company's birthday. And there you go. So I just wanted to throw that out there just in case, because I had heard that there was a conflict. I want to make sure that that was all out there, right? So we have our beautiful Latrice coming up to share with us. Let me just figure this out real quick. All right, spotlight. All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
y'all. Something, if y'all are not there, if y'all are not on the Mary Kay Facebook, like the company, y'all need to get on there, because on September the 13th, it is going to be alive, and it's going to be for everybody that is on their Facebook page. Okay. Y'all get on there if you're not. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's going to be a big deal for us because that's the company's 60th anniversary. But I started my unit meeting out like this. I was a former cheerleader a few years ago. We're number one, not two, not three, not four. We're number one, not two, not three, not four. We're number one. Go Mary Kay. I know Sailor's cheering. Y'all, we're so excited. I mean, we always know they're number one, but hey, the world knows they're number one now, right? So we're super excited about that. So we had some really awesome things happening this month for us. I want to see if this is the right one. I'm not real good at screen sharing, but here we go. That's a big promotion for us, y'all, this month. It's a new introductory offer, and it's when you have a new team member join Mary Kay. And y'all just know that it's everything that Gina said, everything that Maureen said. Things do change and things get better, and we just have to embrace it and just jump in there. And I love this new eStart, the eStart Plus, and the Pro Start. But guess what they did for us this month? They're giving a discount. So y'all, let's spread the word about Mary Kay, and who wouldn't want to join on September the 13th this year or tomorrow, So the eStart is going to be $25. The eStart Plus is going to be $35, and the Pro Start is $75. And one of the great things, and Maureen and Gina, if I am wrong, please correct me on this, but I believe even with the eStart now, they are going to get something in the mail. So I think that was a big deal before that consultants that signed up. I'm gonna quit the screen sharing. They were like, even for me too, I'd have consultants call me and go, well, I didn't get anything in the mail. You know, I was like, you're not going to. So anyway, I'm excited that they're going to get something. So that's a big old deal. Something that y'all probably seen on In Touch today. If you have been on In Touch, Cleta has shared all this information with us, but y'all, there is a link that you can text your new prospect to join your team. So you don't have to physically send the agreement out from In Touch. There was a glitch and it is possibly resolved by this point, but if not, it will be resolved tomorrow. The new program that the company has started, it started September 1st. Cleta's gone over all this as well, but it's the Great Start Journey. And y'all, I just ask you, we are in a world right now. I mean, you've got to be willing, as Gina said, go look at In Touch and school yourself. You know, it doesn't matter what career you're in, you have to school yourself, especially when something new and exciting is happening. So it's all on In Touch. Okay. So is there anything, Gina or Maureen? I looked up there and saw Cleta's name. I'm gonna call you Cleta. Can y'all think of anything else besides the
Oops, I did do that
promotion?
wrong.
No, you're good. No.
I don't think so. You know what? I will share the screen for the what you were talking about there. Well, we're number one for sure. Right? That's a big old fat deal. I mean, I remember when we were getting it every year, right? Like we were number one every single solitary year. Am I still with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
can you hear me, Maureen? I just want to say
Yes.
something real quick.
Yes, please do.
You know, one of the things that impresses me about this whole we're number one is our products are tested with European standards. Like the standard of our product is way above the average. Okay. I have a member, her daughter is an esthetician, and she told me, she said, Miss Latrice, I have looked at all the ingredients in y'all's products, and she said they're the cleanest skincare lines I have ever seen in my years or my education with my business. And so that's a big thing, you know, that's what women are looking for. They want great skincare, they want great benefits, but they want to make sure it's a clean line they're using, like ingredient wise. So
yes, and I would agree. And that's what kind of, she's an esthetician. That's awesome.
Awesome.
And they study ingredients. So anyway.
And by the way, if you didn't know, you can go to Mary Kay In Touch, you can go to product knowledge, you can go to ingredients, you can put an ingredient in there to see if any of our products have it. You can go to products and print ingredients. It's so good. Like when I tell people that, they look at me and they like, really? And I'm like, yeah, if somebody says they're allergic to something, I said, do you know what product what ingredient you're allergic to? Because I can look it up and tell you any products that we might have it. And they're like, you can? I'm like, we got scientists in Dallas. So anyways, and this was the other one I wanted to share with you, just to show everything that's in those new bundles. Like you can get this on Mary Kay In Touch and print it to hand out. You can put this in your reorder bags. It really just rolls it right out, like what's coming. You can see the pretty bag. I mean, who doesn't want a new bag? You guys, I want a new bag. Who wants a new bag? And $75? What?
Right.
I paid $100 in 1996. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I paid. And then on the second page, what's super cool is that it gives you everything that's okay. Guys, $75 for $400 in product. Let me think. I know you guys got people. This has got to be September 2023 has got to be. Oh, did you guys notice? Did you see this? Clear Proof Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask, full size. That was not in the other one.
Microdermabrasion.
Microdermabrasion was not in the other one,
Yeah.
right? We got it all in here. It's perfectly set up for skincare classes. Perfectly set up. And
I think that's what the majority of directors and consultants are using, even if they're doing virtual or they're doing in-person parties, or those products right there.
that's exactly right. We do the time wise, charcoal mask, microdermabrasion. That's it. Like maybe a CC cream, right?
Mhm.
That's
Simple.
it. So I think that September 2023 is going to be a record breaking team building month. Who else agrees?
Agreed.
I
Yes,
agree.
agreed.
Yes.
Right? And I don't know, you guys, like each one reach one. Like if we all can't come back here on October 1st and say, I got one, I got one, I got two, I got five, I got six, I got seven. Man, wouldn't it be cool if we all got 13 in honor of Mary Kay Ash?
Oh, that's a great idea, Maureen.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what I said without thinking about it. Now I want to go throw up. Okay.
Challenge is on.
Anyways, any other directors, I'd love to have you come on, pop on, and just give some words, some anything about September while Cleta's gone. Pretty please just raise your hand and I'll spotlight you real quick. All right, anybody who's got anything to say? We got about 3 minutes left. Now I know I can count on Selah to say something really positive, and I'm just gonna
Profound.
spotlight her. I'm just gonna spotlight her. So there she is.
I have a question.
Hey, I'm glad to be on here. We have been, it's been crazy in South Georgia. You know, we have been through a wild hurricane this week, and actually just got power on last night after 5 days of no power. So I am so thankful to be on here, and so thankful for my business, because even though we have been without power and our whole little community has been crazy, I have been getting orders, and I have been, you know, my business has still been going. I didn't get on Facebook and cry big tears because we were in such a big storm, but I did, I was posting on my group page and all that, and people have been ordering, and so Mary Kay is such a great business that you may be having an issue in your hometown or a town where you have customers, but the other parts of the country really aren't affected by that. And so your business goes on, and that is what is so awesome. And I'm so excited about the starter kits, the startup options for September. And I say, let's make it a September to remember. And like Maureen said, let's each get 13 in honor of Mary Kay's 60th anniversary.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Thank you,
man.
Selah.
You're the best, Selah. We love you so much. All right. Did anyone else have anything? Did I see a question? I think somebody was going to say something when Selah was coming. Was that you, Lynn? Did you have a question? Go
I
ahead.
have a question. Is the Pro Start, do they buy the E-Start for $25 and then plus the $75 for the Pro Start, or is it just the Pro Start is $75 and that's the total cost?
Great question. So the
Thank you.
answer is, oh, sorry.
Yes.
The answer is you get started. Well, now I'm looking at it. Now I better let somebody else answer. I think you can get started with 75.
It's my understanding as well.
But now I'm looking at it and now I'm like, get started with the E-Start for 25, and then you choose from the two bottom things. Oh, look at, I'm all blurred up. Hold on a second. So get started, right? And then customize your startup experience. That's a great question, Lynn. I'm going to have to read this. Does anybody have any?
I'll let you read it because I was completely
I
under the
thought it was
impression.
an add-on.
Yeah, as did I. It was an add-on.
What do you mean it was an add-on? So if I want to be a consultant, do I got to do the 25 first, or can I just come in with the 75?
Correct. That's my understanding, that you can, if you're going to do an e-start, you're doing an e-start. If you're doing the kit, you're doing the pro start. And then praise God, they gave us 15 days to say, maybe I changed my mind, and you can add the other.
All right. All right. Well, here's the good news is that this, just in case we need, like if it's
Always
wrong,
call the company.
always call the company. And it's all right here. Now, after we get done here, I'm going to read it from top to bottom because the way they've got it laid out, it's almost like you get that and then you choose, but I hadn't looked at it before. You just asked, so anyways. All right. So you guys, thank you so much. Latrice and Gina and Selah and everybody who come on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We know Cleta's having a great time in Spain. If you haven't seen some of her pictures, go look at her Facebook page. She's posting like crazy, and she's just having a blast. And it's because we've got such great units that we get to represent and do all these things. And I just love being a part of Mary Kay, and I am so excited for this month of September and being a part of this 60th anniversary. And I just know it's gonna be off the charts. So if you haven't already gotten your 13 miracle sets, you want to probably think that through so that you can get an entry in for that gift card, I think it is. And why not? Right. So anyways, be on the lookout, be ready to get involved with some virtual events that are going to be this month, like Latrice was saying in that Facebook group for Just Mary Kay Consultants. You don't want to miss out. So have a super great night, ladies. And I'm just going to end here on the recording and on Facebook. So hold on one second. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.